Follow your gut. Follow your gut. Trust your gut. Trust yourself. What inspired me to make this video was I was reflecting earlier and I thought about, you know, myself, people pleasing. And it wasn't up until my 20s, like when I was 26, probably around that age, when I realized, I needed to start living for myself. And so I say, follow your gut. In life, and this is really for everyone, but I'm really speaking to young adults and people that wants to change, that want to follow their heart in their career, people that want to embark on a particular career path, or they want to embark on a certain direction in life, something healthy, but they do not have the support that they would like. And so I say, follow your gut. Trust yourself. Because in life, we only have one life to live. We only have one life to live. And you don't want to make a decision because of other people's opinions, and you live your life pleasing other people, and 10, 20, 30 years later, you're unhappy. And you've been unhappy. It's just this thing that's in the back of your mind. And then it finally comes to surface many, many, many years later. And you realize you were not living a fulfilling life because you were living someone else's dream. You were living off of someone else's opinion. You were living out of someone else's fears. And so I say, follow your gut. You know what God placed within you. You know what God is pulling you towards. You know what God is nudging you towards. You know that creative thing in you that you want to expound on and nurture and see flourish. You know that thing in life you want. You know you're going to be successful at it. So I say, trust your gut. Go after that thing. Now, sometimes in life it's hard because sometimes we have family, friends, people in life that do support us in our support system. And sometimes we feel a little stuck when we don't do what someone else says, and we fear that they're going to cut off that support. Can anybody resonate with me right now? And so I say, for those types of situations, as long as whatever you truly want to embark on is legal and healthy, and someone else may not see the vision right now, but you see the vision, you see how it's going to work. Follow your dreams, go after it. God is going to be with you. He's going to give you the resources to flourish in that thing. When you choose to follow the path you want to go on, and it's a healthy path, it's a fulfilling path. It's just not a path that someone else may want for you, because maybe they want to live through you, or maybe they're afraid of you going too far from home, or they're afraid of you doing something different from what they would have done. Anyways, and you choose to embark on that path, okay? And it may seem, when you walk on that path and you get to that new place, the devil is going to be coming at you hard You're going to look, your fears are going to be activated because what you want may not come into fulfillment right away. It's going to take time. It's going to take persistence. It's going to take investment. But it's going to pay off because at the end of the day, you're following your dreams and you're doing something that your heart desires. And while you're going through it, it may not produce fruit instantaneously after the first month, after the first year. But your hope and your faith and your consistency in it is what's going to feed that very thing. You know, for me myself, I wanted to go to a particular school. Well, I got accepted to a particular school. Oh, this story is just so. I got accepted to go to a particular school and university, that is, and I was offered a scholarship. But because I had no support in the areas of just in I just had no support in that area. You know, sometimes we I don't know, sometimes in life we just don't have people in our corner to help us through certain things in life. And so I say that all that to say, and I say this respectfully, I felt I didn't have anyone to discuss my plans with. And so, anyways, I ended up going to a different university, which I don't regret because I still got my degrees. But, you know, the first university was a really big university in the state, you know, probably the biggest in the state, and I had a scholarship. But because a family member told me not to go there because it was so far from home and it was dangerous, and me being young, maybe naive, really I was fearful of letting anyone down. And this person I cared about, you know. And so I chose to, you know, let that opportunity go. And I ended up going to another college. And I love the college I graduated from. And I'm grateful because I've earned all of my degrees there. So, you know, and that college was affordable. That university was affordable. And I thank God for that. But I say all that to say I could have maybe had a different college experience if I chose college A. And I just I just say all that to say, you know, there are other situations to where people are giving up their dreams or giving up an opportunity. Yes, we will be okay at the end of the day, but you know, and I don't want to make this video to be a woulda, shoulda, coulda, okay? But this video really is for people that life is not all about the destination. It's about the journey. And so somebody, you may want to embark on path A, and someone else may be influencing you to maybe do path B. It's not about the end goal because the end goal is success, money, whatever it may be. That is going to be the end goal on path A and path B. Path B may get you there quicker than path A. But in life, it's not about where we end up, it's about the journey. That's why it's important for us to follow our gut and choose that path A for ourselves. Because when we go on that path A, we're going to have experiences that may not have been present on path B. We may have lessons, and you may have met people and encountered different things that may not have been available on path B, or excuse me, that, you know, we may not have, experienced if we chose path B. And there's nothing wrong with either path, but what do we truly want for ourselves? You know, we may be on one career path, We thought we wanted this, and maybe we did want this particular career and we did it 10, 20, 30 years, and then we may want to have a change of heart and do something different, and that's okay. Because we have to live for ourselves. We have to follow our gut. And I mean, I say this respectfully. If you are someone of influence, a parent, a mentor, please support children, young children, heck, even young adults, whoever looks up to us, whoever looks up to you, support them in their goals, in their dreams. We may not see it from their lens because everyone's stories and everyone's shoes that they walk in is their own. We can't walk in someone else's shoes. I feel the best way, and like when someone wants to do something that we can't understand or agree to, the best way to support that person is to not plant seeds of fear or seeds of doubt, but to say, okay, I'm feeling doubtful, I'm feeling unsure about this. How can I support you in that path A so that it can seem safe, so that it can seem secure? Don't just tell them no altogether or discourage them altogether. Help them, because you are the ones that these people look up to for support, for guidance, and they take your opinions to heart. They don't want to let you down, but they want to live their life too. And so instead of discouraging them altogether, consider, seeing how you can make path A a little bit, how give them resources or give them something so that path A can look a little bit more safe or a little bit more sound or a little bit more, you know, reasonable, I guess, in your eyes. Because sometimes as an adult, sometimes as an authoritative figure or a mentor, you may see something based off of your experience that other people don't see. These young adults don't see. These children don't see, and so that's why see how you can support that person go on path A. Okay, because there's a lot of people living life and they're living life for other people. They're unfulfilled. They truly care about you because they want to make you happy. They want to make other people happy. They don't want to let down their family. They don't want to let down their friends. They don't want to let down those they look up to. And so they sacrifice, their wants. And again, these wants don't have to be anything crazy, anything bad, negative. It could just be something that's different from what their parents are used to, from what their family are used to. You can have a family full of doctors, and then there could be that one child that don't want to be a doctor. They may want to, be a traveling musician, and that's okay. Find ways to support, people on their journey. We should do that for one another, and for us that's struggling on embarking on what we want to do, you will thank yourself later. And when you embark on that path A and it looks hard, don't let those voices get in your head like, oh, you should have listened to me. Yeah, you should. Because in life, we can choose path B and we can have a totally different experience than what our parents had or our family had or whoever else had. Because our life is our own. Our shoes are different. We think different. We see things different. We respond different. We handle things differently. That's why we have to walk through life in our own shoes. So trust your gut. You can do that thing. You can do it. You can do it. Trust your gut and follow your heart. Follow your dreams. Don't let anyone discourage you from following your dreams. You don't want to choose path B and then live a life of I wish I would have did this, I wish I would have did that, and then you end up living through your children. And I say all this respectfully because it happens. So I want to hear, just comment below. I want to hear your stories on just maybe, I want to hear some testimonies on, you choosing yourself and how that came to be and how, your life was with choosing your path A. Or if you didn't choose your path A and you're still choosing path B, or you chose path B throughout your life, I want to hear your story too. So please, please comment. I love to read comments. I love to hear other people's opinions. I love to hear your opinions. So please comment below and please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for your time. This is Mind Sanctuary Space.